Good morning, subscribers. In this video, I am going to discuss swapping values using pointers, and I'll try to discuss the behavior of pointers and address line by line, right? By way of giving example, and I'll try to have an actual programming here, and along the way I'll discuss it line by line, right? How does the swapping of pointers uh, takes takes place, right? So that's it. And meanwhile, for those who are not yet a subscriber of my channel, this is my channel, kuyaeggworld, and this channel is all about me. I have a video tutorials for programming. I am on my way of finishing my C programming tutorials, and I started my Python programming tutorials also, and hopefully after this C, I'll give my whole time to Python programming languages, and hopefully by next when I'm done with Python, I'll be, I think, creating video for object-oriented programming or data abstraction. I don't know. I'll try to check it out. And please click subscribe, right? And please do some sharing of this video to your friends, classmates who are looking for materials in C programming tutorials. Okay, so here I am going to share my online compiler. Okay, we'll try to create a program that will swap, right? That will swap two values. So we'll start from include stdio.h, and then the usual main function, and I'll be using a and b as my temporary normal variable with temp, because will be swapping two values, and will use dummy variables here, variable, and we'll try to make use of x and y as our pointer variables. Okay, and then let us just try to make this program very simple, right? And from here we'll try to create the same program, but we'll be using function. Okay, and here let us say our a has a value of 2 and our b has a value of 4. After swapping, right, our a becomes 4 and our b becomes 2. Okay, so by using pointer variable, so we'll be storing what, the address of a to x, right, and the address of b to y. Okay, so take note that our x and y are pointer variables, and at this time x now is pointing at a, and our y now is pointing at b. Okay, so we'll try to check if we are going to print. Okay, say for example, if we are going to print the address of a, right? So I'm sorry, and so if we are going to check the address of a, the address of a is this one, right? And let us see if let us check if our c if our x is pointing at what particular memory address. All right, so okay, so that's it. And we can, what is this? we can use x, right? And same with here. So we'll try to copy and paste this one. Okay, please follow my screen. This is a little bit technical, but then you have to learn this one, okay, if you want to be good in C. Okay. So here, what we're doing now is we are trying to check if our discussion is okay or correct. I'm sorry. So here, our address of A is 968. Look at the last 3 digit, and our X is pointing at 968. So this is correct, right? At this time, okay, our X is pointing at A, and our Y is pointing at B. Okay, so we add return 0 here just to be safe. And if we want to know the value of, right, the value of A and X, okay, so we will be using this one and another one, okay, backslash n. Look at this, A and X, right? A and X. Okay, that's it. And let's see. Please follow my screen. Okay. This must be B and Y. We're trying to double check the value. Oh, I'm sorry. This is an error. Okay, for a while. Here we have this value of A and X. I did use %D, %D, B and Y. Here, what makes this one? Alright, try to check in here for a while. What is this? Sorry. So here, this one. We have here A and X. Alright. So when we run this program, there's an error. Okay. Because we are actually trying to we are actually trying to extract X. Alright. So X is our pointer variable. So when we run this program, still there's an error. Alright. I'm sorry. I'll try to look at it, and we'll see as to what is the result. Okay. Value of A and X, and I suppose to, alright, no, we don't need to have right. So we'll try to execute and look at the result. Okay, the result says RA has this address, while our X is pointing at A. Same with B and X. Alright, and our value of A is 2, and our X is 2, our B is 4, and our our Y is 4. So this is correct. Now let's move on to the swapping using pointers. Okay, let's see how. So the logic of swapping pointers, this we'll try to make use of the third variable, and we'll try to store X, and whatever is our X, we'll try to store Y in here, and our Y must be with the value of 10 right in here. So what does this mean? When we say star X or indirection operator, what is this? Asterisk with X, you are actually trying to extract, right, the value of a particular variable where x is pointing at. And in this particular example, our x is pointing at a, right? So that is why we have here, when we say print asterisk x, we are actually printing the value of a, which is 2. So here, whatever is the value of the variable wherein that particular variable is pointing at, which is a, that will be stored to temp. So in this particular line, we are actually storing the value of a to temp. And here, right, whatever is this, okay, now x is pointing at a, and we are trying to store the value of the y pointing at. Our pointer variable y is pointing at b, and b has 4, so we are trying to store 4 to the variable wherein x is pointing at also. So in short, we are actually saying here a is equal to b, right? That's it. And when we say here, we are actually referring to b, right? We are trying to extract b, and whatever is the value of temp, that will be stored to here. Alright? So when we are going to run this program, and we'll try to copy this one, okay, the same line of programs, but then let us try to check after the swapping, okay, what is the value, okay, and let's try to execute the program. Okay, let's try to compare. Now here, look at this. Now these lines here are actually the printf statements before swapping. Alright, so our a has this address, and our x is pointing at the same address that a has, and our b has this address 152, and our y is pointing at b. Our x has a value of 2, same with, right, and our b has 4, same with y. Now after swapping, okay, we'll try to add here in run. Okay, please take note that every time we execute the program, the address changes. Okay, so this is now the address of a, and our x is pointing at a. This is the address of b, and our y is pointing at b. In fact, a contains 2, and in the same way our a contains 2 also, same with x and y and b. Now after swapping, right, after temp is equal to asterisk x is equal to asterisk y, and asterisk y is equal to temp, okay, we did use indirection operators. What happened? The address of a remains the same, right? The address of, right, x is still pointing at the same address. Our b contains the same address, right? And our y is pointing at the same address of b. The only difference is that our a now contains 4, same with our x, and our b now contains 2, same with our y, right? So that's how pointers, swapping of pointers behave, right? A while ago I said that when you say asterisk x, you are actually trying to extract and point to, right, to a variable, because we have here x is equal to ampersand a. We are trying to store a to x, and after this line, x is always now pointing at a. So the swapping of variables values in here using pointers, you are actually trying to extract your original variable, right? That's it. So that's how pointers work. Okay, so we'll try to create a program using function, and we'll try to see what happened. All right, so look at this. Here, instead of saying this one, okay, no, this is correct, no, so we'll try to have this one, okay, a and b. Here we are going to declare swap function, right? Int x and int y. These are actually pointer variables because we are trying to, instead of passing parameters, we'll be passing address here. Okay, so we are going to call this one right here, and when we call this one, okay, we'll try to copy this, okay, and we will try to create a function. Please follow my screen. Int x, right, int y, and then we'll try to use the third variable, and okay, here. So I think that's it, and we'll try to copy this one. Control C. We'll delete na lang this one, I think. Okay, so here, this is our function, and the purpose of our function is to swap the values using pointers, and this is our main program here. So we have this declaration same as a while ago, and we try to store 2 to A and 4 to B, and instead of swapping, we call a function swap. Okay, and while we are trying to call swap, we are passing what? Not a value but the address of A, because we have this ampersand operator. So we are trying to pass address of A and B to our pointers X and Y. Okay, so what happens here is actually similar to what is this? X is equal to X is equal to the address of A, right? And Y is equal to the address of B. Similar, okay? So we just call a function and pass the addresses of A and B. And when our program get inside the swap function, the same way it processes the swapping. All right, we are trying to extract the value of A here and store it to temp, and we are trying to extract the value of B because our Y is pointing at B, and whatever is that, we are trying to store it to X, and so on and so forth. And here, all right, when we print the value, okay, when we print the value here, and when we are going to run the program, okay, I'm sorry, okay, I'm so sorry, yeah, we have to get rid of this one, okay, and we'll just display the value of A and the value of B here. Okay, so let's see if we did swap, and we'll try to erase this one. Okay, so here when we execute this program, oh, I'm sorry, we need to declare here. So when we execute the program, okay, look at this. A while ago our A is 2 and our B is 4, and now our A is 4 and our B is 2. What makes swap, right? Because of this one, we did swap the X and Y, though we are actually printing A and B. Why is that possible? Okay, our A contains 2 and our B contains 4, and what we did is just to pass the addresses of A and B, and after passing the addresses of A and B within, there was this swapping. Okay, we tend to extract the variable A here by way of using indirection operator. Same with Y, and then swapping is done, and then we did display whatever is the content of A and B. Now uh, the reason why pointer is so powerful is this. Usually under normal variables, we are supposed to issue a command here, return. We need to return the value of the swap, okay? And it will take time, okay? It will take time. While in pointers, for as long as, right? For as long as your x or your pointer variable is pointing at, right? Is pointing at A and B. Whatever changes here will also be changed. Will also change the value of A and B. Because in here, you're good as you're trying to exchange the values of A and B here. Though what we are using is the pointers variable. But take note that x and y is pointing at A and B respectively. So any changes here will in effect change also the value of A and B. That's why when we say the value of A is this one and the value of B is this one, A becomes 4 and right, B becomes 2. Though under swapping principle, there wasn't A and B here. But since x and y is pointing at A and B variables, so it's swapped. Right? So you can save time. You can save time. Alright? So that's a good thing with pointer variables. Okay. So I think that's it. I hope I was able to discuss the importance of pointer swapping using pointer. Okay, to take it, you can save time, right? Because after swapping the values, instead of passing parameters in there, going back to the calling party, under pointer programming, you don't need to return values, right? Because whatever changes in here, for as long as your variables, your pointer variables are actually pointing at, right, A and B variables, then it will also change in the same way. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. God bless you. Goodbye for now.